This sacred fire will continue to burn until November 11th. It's in honor of little Xavier Skylyn Butler as she journeys to the spirit world. Her remains were found in a barn roughly 200 kilometers northwest of Winnipeg back in June, but have only recently been identified as Xavier's. Her death is being investigated as a homicide with no charges laid yet.
She was always smiling, and when she would play with teddy bears, she would scream at them, and she would just always be just the happiest, bubbliest. She would only watch Shrek. And she loved Shrek. She never cried. She never made a fuss. She was perfect.
Teddy bears and stuffies will line the steps of Manitoba's legislative building as her former caregiver calls for answers.
I want justice for her. I want her name known.
Her name needs to be known.
I want her face known. I want her story known. I want change.
Natalie Anderson says she is Xavier's rightful mother, having signed a legal agreement with Xavier's biological mom and witnessed by nurses when Xavier was born. Anderson says she named Xavier, picked her up from the hospital, and cared for her until CFS and Xavier's biological mom took her back on March 17, 2022.
But 2 weeks before she was born, I emailed supervisors and the paralegals from ACFS, making sure that there was going to be no involvement.
Anderson wants to know why the custody agreement wasn't honored and says Xavier would still be alive today if under her care.
The last time I seen her, and I told her that she was going for a car ride, and Mommy would be waiting for her. They had no right to take her. CFS was never once involved the whole time I had her.
Anderson says she will pursue legal action for the custody agreement being breached. She and her supporters hope Xavier's death will bring awareness to missing and murdered Indigenous babies. Those who want to honor Xavier can do so by bringing stuffed animals to the steps of Manitoba's legislative building or by visiting the sacred fire across the street in Memorial Park. Sav Jonesa, APTN National News, Winnipeg.